Dr. Earworm popping in the channel.
Hello.
Going?
Should have trusted my gut and gone up to East Death Mountain instead of going back to South Dark World stuff. Oh well.
Yeah, I was wondering. You put off the South Dark World stuff so long, and obviously then you comboed it later with Meyer. Had Meyer had the hook shot, you would have been in a pretty good spot.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was not in Meyer. Gamma.
Yeah.
There instead, and that's. It was kind of a. I would say you were a little bit behind in progression most of the seed, with the exception that you had the big key to GT already.
Right.
Up until that decision where Gamma went to Death Mountain and you went to Meyer. Unfortunately, as we all know, only one can be right. So.
Yep. Yeah, it was one of those things where in my head I was sort of like thinking that was the place to go, but I caved and went back. The flute early flute and moon pearl scares me in this mode. I'm just like, what do I do? Where do I go?
Yeah. Luckily, without obviously the mirror was nowhere to be found, so luckily you didn't have to worry about any of that. But
yeah, and then I screwed myself with the Harrismall. So
yeah.
I think without the mirror, I had to do it the way I was doing it, right? Going to get the Hyrule Castle Small.
That was the option, or the other option was to go back through Meyer to Herida Swamp, since you still had, I think, 3 keys.
That's right. I could have opened it through Meyer and then gone to the Light World, pulled the dam, and then that actually probably would have been better.
Yeah. Gamma, when he went in, he clipped up, checked the chest, killed Moldorm, and then opened the big chest and got the small key there in actual Hera.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, for your routing, it didn't quite pay off, but he got to skip all of the Meyer sequence. Hello, Gammachuu. Welcome.
Hello, Gamma. GG's.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yo, GG's, Doc.
GG's, man.
Yeah, so as soon as I got the mirror and hookshot back to back, I felt pretty scared.
Wait, where was the mirror in Hookshot Cave?
I was in Super Bunny.
Oh God. Okay. Well.
Yeah. I just figured, oh my gosh, you go here super early, you basically have a free seed.
Yeah. Gamma. I don't want to say the route Gamma took on Death Mountain was wrong, but he was only looking for the hook shot, so it was
right.
I assume he was going into Turtle Rock after, if he hadn't found it. But it seemed weird to go to Super Bunny before checking one chest and hook shot. But
I was gonna go Catfish, and after that, I was gonna go do only the 2 checks in TR. I wasn't gonna go in the front though.
Yeah, makes sense. But I was telling Doc that up until that Meyer TR split, you guys were pretty close. Doc was about, I would say, half a dungeon behind, but he had the GT big key already. We were somewhat concerned what would happen if you had found Bookshot before going to GT, because it probably would have meant you full cleared the entirety of GT basement and did Tower Room last, which could have been another factor. But luckily, you did go to GT, and it ended up not mattering in the end. So
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I blew a bunch of time in GT too, screwing up going full right, because I knew Isormos was behind the hammer and the hook shot, but I think I still had other go mode stuff at the time.
Mm-hmm. You went there early?
Yeah, I went there almost immediately. As soon as I had Samaria Fire Rod Moon Pearl, I went there.
Oh wow!
Okay. Before hammer, but luckily all of that time you made up when Gamma took about 20 tries to spin speed out of hookshot or spike.
Oh yes, I don't want to hear that. I was just I was getting frustrated. I'm like, I'm not leaving until I get this now.
Oh God.
Bad day for spin speeds.
Yeah, at least you had the sword equipped, and you weren't trying to.
Yeah. I kept that small key in my pocket and back to escape just for that reason right there. I was telling myself,
Yep.
you know, I might need the key rat from Hera, so I'll just hold on to that for now.
Yeah, it's a common discussion, I think, in a lot of these races where it gets mentioned how important it is to not isolate a small key because it's so slow to have to go the normal way through.
Yeah.
And then it's always mentioned how rare it is, but it seems to keep happening in this tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I was when I was going Meyer to Hera the first time. I was like, I'm just going to open everything in Meyer State. I didn't do that yesterday. It screwed me, and not that I would have won anyway. Like, but it was a mistake, and blah blah blah. And I forgot that I didn't have a mirror, and I hadn't opened Swamp yet, and it was a problem.
Yeah, I would have definitely not done Super Bunny if I got the hook shot first. So it saved me quite a bit of time right there.
Yeah. So, yeah, but excellent race. It was, like I said, it was pretty close there up until the very end when you guys finally diverged. But
Nice.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
we
I
look forward
to watching this one back.
Yeah, it was a good one. So Gammachuu will be moving on in the winner's bracket to play the winner of Cam and Retro Gaming, and I don't think you have an opponent yet, Doc.
No, I'm.
There's like 2 rounds of people to play before you find out your
Yeah.
opponent.
Which is actually really good for me because I am leaving for Japan on Tuesday. So I'm glad that there's a while, but it looks like it's going to be the winner of either Amaranth and Red Kitsune. It'll be the winner of them versus the loser of Spleeby and Simple Clips, and then I will play the winner of that matchup.
Yes.
So either Amaranth, Red Kitsune, Spleeby, or Simple Clips.
Correct. Yep. Yeah. So once again, GG's. I guess before we wrap things up, any final words or thoughts?
GG's Gamma. It's always fun to get to race you, man. It doesn't have we're in different classes on ladder, so it doesn't happen very often. But it's always fun.
Oh no, echoing what you said, it's always fun to definitely race you, Doc. Thanks again for the race, GG's, and your flexibility. And everybody else putting up the restream. I hear Zero, Melmo, doing comms. And Zero, I hope you took notes, as you would say.
Yeah. I certainly learned a lot about
Spin speed
Cave today.
Spin speed.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks again, Mel.
GG's. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Once again, shout outs to Malmo for tracking, setting everything up, to our restreamers, everyone helping out, and we'll see you next time.